Welcome to Week 6 of Fantasy Football Minute. I am your host, Bob Waffles. Joining me this week is former World Chicken Sexing Champion, Ian Lerwick. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Thank you, Bob. I am honored to be here on FFM.
First up tonight is the Mesa Bus Yard League. Week 6 saw several excellent matchups, including a record-setting effort by Flatline. We look first at the match between Victor's Vipers and the Dallas Texans. Joel and the Texans held the lead after Sunday's games, with Victor having one player left to go on Monday. Needing only 82 points from Peyton Manning, Victor had high hopes. Amazingly, Joel was able to hang on and pull off the win. The final score was Vipers, 88. Texans 140.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, Ian.
How many Dallas Cowboys does it take to win the Super Bowl?
I do not know.
Nobody remembers.
Yes, British humor, hilarious.
Fuck you, Bob. Our next matchup this week saw Commissioner Andy and the Lions take on Jermaine's Black Dynamite. With starting QB Matt Stafford facing the Eagles, Randy decided that Andrew Luck would be the better choice this week. Luck posted an astounding 1/3 of a point. On the other side, Black Dynamite's Aaron Rodgers put up 54 points to seal the victory for Jermaine. This matchup was finished on Sunday as neither team had players for the Monday night game. Final score, Lions, 91, Black Dynamite, 154. With this win, Black Dynamite will remain in first place with a record of 5-1.
With Randy posting mind-blowing scores like 91 points, it is a wonder that rookies like Eric and the Flatline are able to get any wins in this league. Speaking of winning, just a quick reminder, this week's show is being brought to you by That's My Boy, available on DVD and Blu-ray October 16th. Wait. What? That is it? Just a DVD? No anal bleaching cream or back hair remover? Thank you, advertising department.
I would like to hear more about this anal bleaching cream.
Forget about anal bleaching cream, Ian. Let's just move on.
It's just that I have a very dark rectal area and I would like to try this product. Where can I get this cream?
Dude, I don't know. Get on with the football talk.
You need to relax, Mr. Waffles. Some of us can't have the perfectly sculpted and toned bodies that you have been blessed with. But have it your way. Our third matchup was between last year's champion, Just Call Me Fav, and the Aziz Zippers. Jose and the Zippers were looking to prove they are for real with a win against Kathy, while Just Call Me Fav is desperate for a win to remain in the hunt for a playoff spot. With Drew Brees on a bye this week, the champions had to start Josh Freeman, who came through with 33 points. The Zippers had a big game with 44 points from the New York Giants defense. Jose looked to have this one wrapped up heading into Monday night and managed to hold on for the win. Final score, Just Call Me Fav 105, Aziz Zippers 145.
In a bit of unfortunate news, Kathy is no longer able to get into her driveway.
Why is that, Bob?
Somebody painted it like an end zone.
And you said my joke was lame.
It's time now for Bob's Bag, the portion of the show where we answer questions sent in by you, our viewers. This week's question comes to us from Max Dombrowski in Goobertown, Arkansas. Max asks, Bob, did you always want to be a sports journalist? Interesting question, Max. Growing up, I always wanted to be a cricket farmer. Unfortunately for me, that required a lot of studying and hard work. After that, I tried my hand at snake milking, and I also found work as a paper towel sniffer. In the end, though, I realized that the fascinating world of fantasy football was calling to me. I attended a 2-hour online seminar, and now I am quite possibly the greatest sportscaster of my generation. Thank you for the question, Max. If you would like to get your question on the air, send it on a 3x5 index card to Bob's Bag, 69 South Canal Street, Tuktoyaktuk, Arctic, Canada. If we use your question on the show, we will send you an autographed copy of my latest book, Nut Licking Idiot, The Life and Times of Tanker.
I have a question, Bob.
No, Ian, I do not know where you can get anal bleaching cream. Our next matchup featured Hart and his full flak jacket heading up to Globe to play Ed and his Vandals. After Sunday's games, Hart was out in front by 37 points but had no players going on Monday. The Vandals had 2 players to go on Monday, and all Ed needed for the win was a decent night by Philip Rivers and Antonio Gates. At the end of the night, full flak jacket held on to win it. Final score in this one was Vandals 129, full flak jacket 143. Hey Ian, did you know that there is no ice in the water buckets on the full flak jacket sideline?
Really, Bob? Why is that?
The guy that knew the recipe got traded last year.
The next to last game this week featured 2 washed-up 80s icons, the Schwarzeneggers and the Ultimate Warriors. Before this game started, Tanker and Justin were both seen in the parking lot wearing parachute pants and listening to the Dirty Dancing soundtrack on their Walkmans.
Yeah, like, they were so totally into the bitchin' tunes that they almost missed the kickoff. Luckily, Tanker checked the time on his Swatch watch and they slipped on their leg gears and hurried up to the game.
When Tanker finally made it to his sideline, he pulled his playbook out of his Thundercat strapper keeper and settled in for business. With 41 points from RG3, Justin quickly showed that he came to play. Tanker answered back with 30 points from Ray Rice but was still trailing by 56 points going into Monday. Tanker needed 2 players to provide those points. At the end of the night, the Schwarzeneggers were able to get the victory. Final score in this totally gnarly matchup was Schwarzeneggers 150, Ultimate Warriors 120.
An excellent matchup it was. Normally we would go to Frank Greebles for a special report, but unfortunately, Mr. Greebles has disappeared. He was last seen driving west on Van Buren in the area of 48th Street. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Frank Greebles, please contact the Phoenix Police Department.
That special report would have been brought to you by the Shower Power. Let's set the scene. You're feeling a little dirty. You decide to take a shower, and somehow coerce your girlfriend into taking one with you. Things start to get slippery and steamy in the shower, until one of you is pressed against the wall. Everything is hot, sexy and heavy until that one misstep. You know the one. Now you're both on the floor, your girlfriend is gushing blood from her forehead, and she's never messing around with you in the shower again. Enter Shower Power. This suction handle takes the imminent doom out of shower sex. This large black handle has amazing suction power. We stuck it to a desk at the office, and had a hell of a time trying to peel it off. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Your girlfriend can hang on to the Shower Power for better balance, or you can grip it for extra. Shower Power. Shower Power travels well, and can be used on any tile or glass surface, in the car, at the office, in a stall at a local fast food joint, anywhere you need a little extra control or balance. Find the Shower Power at home improvement stores everywhere.
I knew that commercial earlier was too good to be true. Anyways, let's move on to our final game of the night. As Eric and his flatline prepared for Shelly and Ratherby teeing off. This game was legendary, folks. Eric made yet another excellent decision by starting Sean Green, who put up 45 of the 203 points that Flatline scored.
I'm sorry, Bob. I thought you said 203 points.
You heard me correctly, Ian. 203 points. That score was more than enough to smash the previous league scoring record of 194 points put up by Shelley last season. 203 points is epic, folks. Flatline could have been playing the Lions and Vipers combined and still won by a wide margin. This game will go down in league history as one of the greatest ever. Final score was Flatline, 203, Ratherby teeing off, not 203. This also brings us to this week's Preparation HPIS Poor Performer Award. This week the award goes to every team that did not score 203 points. So congratulations, League.
That is simply incredible, Bob. Just wow. Well, that is it for this week's matchups. Join us next week as Joel and the Texans will challenge Black Dynamite. Rather be teeing off will face the AZ Zippers. Just Call Me Favre will match up against the Ultimate Warriors. Randice Lions will tackle the Globe Vandals. Full Flak Jacket will meet up with the Vipers in a battle of road supervisor superiority. And Flatling will be terminating the Schwarzeneggers. Bob.
Thank you, Ian. And thank you, fans, for joining us this week on Fantasy Football Minute. I am Bob Waffles. See you next week.